All right, what is good, boys? I got a fire lesson for you guys today. Um, this is something I struggled with for a while. So I started ecom like when I was probably maybe like 16 or 17. The lighting might be like kind of off, guys. Like I'm getting a new camera right now. I'm just like on my phone, but I have it set up on my laptop. Not a crazy setup right now, but I just got a new camera, like a DJI 6 Pro or something. I heard it was good on TikTok, so I just got that one. Hopefully it's good. Um, yeah, it's getting real, boys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, first video, we got like 350 views, like first video, which is insane, bro. It's insane. So hope you guys follow along the journey. Hopefully I can inspire you a lot and just show you like a little bit of the process and kind of some things that I had to overcome. Like with ecom, there's a lot of learnings, a lot of phases in your life where you're kind of stuck. Like you're stuck for a while or a little bit or a couple months or some time there, and you don't really know what to do. You don't really know why you're stuck or what's holding you back. I've had a lot of these phases. Some not as long, some really long, and some worse than others. But in the beginning of my journey, let's say about like probably probably 3 years ago, I was doing everything. Like I was trying day trading, like what's it called? I was reaching out to car wrapping shops and trying to offer them marketing services because I wrap my car and I just like cars. I didn't know how to run any Facebook ads. I hired a Filipino VA. I was like 16 years old. I had my stepdad's button-down shirt on because I had nothing professional. I still have that. I think I have that picture too. I'm gonna try to like put it up right here if I can find it. If I don't know if I can or not, but I'm gonna put that up there because I'm pretty sure I have a picture from then that I took. And I was trying to act professional. It's just really funny. But yeah, so I was starting businesses, like business to business, hopping from thing to thing. Nothing was working. Then I found drop shipping, and that was like when I really kind of started to get into ecom and actually, put some skin in the game, invest some money. We just got a sale. Hold up, guys. Like I'm gonna show this. I have my computer up right now. All right, so there it is, 7:30 p.m. I can't try not to show the name. 55, and it's 7:30. Anyways, back on track. So dropshipping was like what that was like the business and I really started focusing on, and I was very serious. Started investing in coaching, joined a program, was investing money. I was working at the time, putting all my money back into the business there, and I did it for about 2 years. I had some wins. I made around 40,000 in revenue. So over 2 years, it's pretty trash, like around 50% margins. So like, like 20K in like 2 years there with drop shipping didn't really work too well for me. But I kind of had a little mindset shift, and it allowed me to work an insane amount. Like I was so motivated, and I mean I still am now. It was like really different back then. I feel like in that initial phase, you're like the most hungry you'll ever be. I mean, I'm like kind of now like back to that. Not as much though. Back then it was crazy. But I think at first I didn't understand why, because I was this lazy kid, right? I was super lazy. I was working a lot and I was in school. So I was a mechanic, and I was working like full time as a mechanic while in school. So I was pretty busy at the time, but I was still trying to find time for like drop shipping. But a lot of the times I would miss days, like 2 days a week I would miss, or, maybe one day I would only work like a couple hours when I had like, I could grind and do like 8 if I really wanted to, but I just wasn't. But when I got shown AI and I saw the opportunity, something in my head just changed. Like it just flipped. It was like, the key turned to, like it was like I unlocked a new version of myself as soon as I saw that opportunity. And now thinking back to it, I understand why. And it comes down to conviction and belief, but not only in yourself. So you have to have conviction in yourself, belief in yourself, right? That's the basic thing. We all know you have to feel like you can actually do it. You can actually have to believe that you can do it. If there's any ounce of doubt, you won't make it. You have to have full confidence in yourself. And I was also documenting some of this too before I actually made money with AI, and I was kind of talking about this confidence and conviction I had in myself, which is really cool to look back on. It was on a TikTok, not on YouTube, unfortunately. But so this conviction and confidence in myself allowed me to become a different person. It allowed me to push myself to the limits, but there was no resistance. There's nothing trying to pull me back. It was like this Sean here who was super lazy, and he got to this Sean here who was able to work an insane amount of hours and put the work in like no before. It was insane. It was like a different person. This guy was working 16, 18, 20 hours a day, not sleeping, and he could do it. And I never understood it at the moment. But looking back, it's because I had full conviction and confidence in myself. That's number one. But the other thing, number two, is you need to have confidence and conviction in what you're doing in AI. So in drop shipping, I was kind of like, I don't know. I've been doing it for like 2 years now. I was making a little bit of money, but nothing too crazy. I had a lot of roadblocks, a lot of setbacks. I should have made more than I did. But I kind of just lost a little bit of conviction there and confidence in the business model. And that reflected, right? Dropshipping is still a great opportunity. You can still make a fuck ton of money. But it was just me. I didn't have full belief in it. Therefore, I didn't have belief that I could do it and that it was achievable. So it was presented in my work and in my drive and in my effort, like I wasn't able to think about it. If you're trying to pursue something and if you don't have full confidence and conviction that you can do it and that the business model is an amazing business model, then why would you work so hard to achieve it? Right? Like, why would you sacrifice all of these things like video games, YouTube, relationships, being with your family a lot? Like, guys, I went full ghost, like full in the dark. Barely talking to my family. I didn't leave the house, slept every other day. When I slept, I didn't sleep good because I couldn't sleep. It was like I would lay down, close my eyes, and all I would think about is AI. It was AI and just me achieving everything I wanted to achieve. And it was an amazing thing. It was an amazing period of my life. It was different. It was I was a fucking machine. And I never understood why. Never understood it. But now looking back, I do. And as the process went on, I made money. I did really good. Really well, pretty quick. Because I already had all the skills from dropshipping. It's pretty similar. It's marketing, understanding organic. It was organic marketing, so it was very, very similar. So I got the gist of it pretty quick. And it started taking off. And in, I believe it was September, I had a $40,000 profit month in September. So I can try to put some wins up here of September or one of those months. It was either August, September, or one of those months around then, but I'll put up an image there, so you guys know I'm not lying. But I had a $40,000 profit month, and it was insane, absolutely insane. I felt so good. The month after that, did 20K profit, still pretty good, but it went down. But then something really interesting happened. After those months, I started coaching, teaching other people how to do it, not for myself, not my own program, for a different program. I was coaching in there. And I didn't have as much time, and I started to notice, I started taking more losses. So I started losing more. I was struggling to go viral. I was struggling to blow up and work as hard. And, it kind of just continued to get worse and worse every single month. Every month after that, I made less money. Went down to 15K profit, 10K profit, 5K profit. Then I started Then I went in the negatives. It was the bank account started going down. I made 10K profit, but I had to spend 5K. I was trying to scale. I was trying to, I was still paying the AI tools, the expenses. It's pricey. AI is pretty pricey. On TikTok Shop, extremely pricey. There's ways around it now, kind of, but at that time there wasn't. So it kind of just started to go down. And what happened, right? What happened to my mind and my mental? I didn't think about that 40,000 profit month. I didn't even think about that. Didn't come into my mind. What came into my mind was the fact that I just kept losing. Is that I started losing money, and I lost here, banned account there, violation here, and it just kept going down and down. And I fell into the worst state of myself I ever was, and I never want to go back there, which that's a story for another video. But I just fell in this deep pit. And looking back, I know why. I had no drive. I was completely broken. My mind was in shambles, and I couldn't think clear. I was working 16, 18 hours a day just because I had to. I didn't want to, but I had to. Because I've been living here since September. I moved in at like around September, like right around my birthday, I think, like 2 days before or 2 days after, something like that. But yeah, so I had rent. Rent kept coming out of my account, and I was getting so stressed. And I started thinking like, I'm a fucking failure. I'm a loser. Like, I just kept seeing fail after fail. It was like loss. I'm a failure. TikTok shop's not doing good. What if I never start making money again? Like, what if all these things and failures and loss? So I was only thinking about the bad and the negative, but I didn't think about the fact that I had a $40,000 month in pure profit in my bank account. I didn't think about that. So I started fixating and only thinking of all these losses, and I lost my drive. Everything went all the way downhill. What does this mean, right? Like, what am I trying to get at here? I know I'm blabbing, making this longer than I really need to, but I'd like to just be very like straightforward and honest, and like just show like an example from my journey and like my perspective here. But so what does this show, right? I lost belief in myself and the business model, right? I lost belief there because instead of me only fixating on the wins, I just thought about the losses. It was loss. Now, that was the only thing in my head. It was like a rat race, or like a little wheel that like the mouse spins on, just running on losses and bad thoughts. But I wasn't thinking about anything good. I wasn't still thinking about the opportunity or other people I see making insane money. Just because I had some bad months here, I let that destroy me. But it goes to show you how important conviction and belief is, because I now have that again, right? Like you guys can see my face light up. Like, I have full belief and conviction in myself. That's why in the past 30 days I started a brand new supplement brand from absolute scratch. We're about to have 30K in the first 30 days. I wouldn't be able to do that 3 months ago because I didn't believe I would be able to. So belief is a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. So that's the number one thing I would say is have belief in yourself. Have belief in conviction and you and your business model. And you will be able to achieve anything you want in this life. Because why the fuck not? Why not? Why do you think you can achieve it? Yes, I'm further down the journey, right? Like, I've been on the journey for a bit now, but I'm just a normal guy. I'm 20 years old. I started taking this very seriously about like a year and a half ago. So why can't you do it? Like, what's stopping you from doing what I'm doing, or pursuing any venture, doesn't business, life, whatever, or just being happy? Like, why can't you be happy? It's really interesting. Like, I'm going to break into like a bunch of other things because over these past few months, I've really learned more than I've ever learned in my whole life, just from going through like a lot of, ups and downs. But hopefully that was helpful. Number one thing to achieve anything you want in this world is belief and conviction in yourself and your business model. So if you go into anything in this world or any venture, anything you want to do, make sure you have belief and conviction. And you can't just have like little bit of, oh, like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But in the back of your mind, like, you're terrified and scared and you think that you're not going to do it. because you're not. You know, like just because you're saying something doesn't mean that you actually believe it. The subconscious is the main thing. So you have your conscious, that's your mind, that's what you're thinking right now. The subconscious is kind of that thing like pulling the strings in the background. You know, it's kind of controlling the emotions a little bit. That's why you have like a lot of doubts, fears, and anxieties. That's part of it is because you don't have full belief and conviction in yourself and your business model. So that's in your subconscious, and it's bringing those doubts, fears, and anxieties to your conscious and to your reality. So you're not able to go after and achieve those things that you really want. So get rid of self-doubt, because why the fuck can't you do it? Anybody can do it.